Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Hope all of you are doing great. Today's topic is elasticity of demand. Friends, actually I was thinking to cover all the elasticities of demand, say price elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand and the point elasticity of demand in a single video. But friends, in that particular case the size of the video will be too large. So friends, let me focus today on price elasticity of demand. Okay friends, so today's topic is gonna be price elasticity of demand. So let's start. So friends, price elasticity of demand. Okay, now the price elasticity of demand is defined as the percentage change in quantity demanded due to 1% change in own price of the commodity. It means what? Say the change in price is 1%. Okay, then what will be the percentage change in quantity demanded? It means the percentage change in quantity demanded due to 1% change in price. Then what we can write as EP? EP is elasticity of price. Okay, so EP equals to percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in own price. So EP is what? Minus in bracket delta Q by delta P into P by Q. Okay friends, so this is the formula of price elasticity of demand. Depending upon the value of this EP, that is the value of this coefficient, we are having 5 types or 5 degrees of price elasticity. Okay friends, now before going to start this 5 elasticities, let me explain in this way. Now we know this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay friends, in the x-axis we are showing what? Quantity demanded. In the y-axis we are showing price. Okay friends, now this is my left hand friends, this is my left hand and the 5 fingers as well, you know. Now this is, suppose this is I am making this parallel to y-axis and this one I am making parallel to x-axis. Okay friends, so there are 5 fingers. Now this is gonna be your elasticity of price, that is EP equals to 0. This is parallel to y-axis, this is EP equals to 0. Okay friends, now this is gonna be opposite of 0. If this is EP equals to 0, then what will be the opposite of 0? This is infinity. EP equals to infinity. Okay friends, this is EP equals to 0. This is which is parallel to x-axis. This is parallel to x-axis. This is EP equals to infinity. And this is parallel to y-axis. This is equals to 0. So opposite of 0 is equals to infinity. Okay friends. Now this is the middle finger. This is gonna be 1. This is unit elastic. This is EP equals to 1. And this finger is what? This finger in it is what? In between this, or this is above 1. So this is gonna be greater than 1. This is what? This is below 1, so this is gonna be less than 1. So I repeat, this is gonna be EP equals to 0. This one is EP equals to infinity. Then third one will be the middle one. Okay, middle one EP equals to 1. This is above 1, so greater than 1. This is below 1, so this is less than 1. Okay friends. Now the same thing I'm copying and paste it over here like this. Okay. Now this is parallel to x-axis, that is EP equals to infinite. The EP equals to infinity. This one is parallel to y-axis, this is EP equals to 0. This is EP equals to 1, this is the middle one, EP equals to 1. This is above 1, so that should be considered as greater than 1. This is below 1, so this is less than 1. Now, how we are defining this? EP equals to 0 is known as perfectly inelastic. Perfectly inelastic. Okay? The opposite of this will be EP equals to infinity. What we will say? We will say in this EP equals to 0 is perfectly inelastic. So you remove in. What will be the case? Perfectly elastic. So this is gonna be your perfectly elastic. EP equals to 0. Okay friends. Now you know 1 is unit. Unit is 1. 1 is known as unit. So from that sense we can say EP equals to 1 is unitary elastic. I repeat, EP equals to 1, which is known as unitary elastic. This is also known as rectangular hyperbola. Okay friends, this is EP equals to 1 unit or unitary elastic is also known as rectangular hyperbola. We'll discuss later words. Okay friends, now this is above 1. So what will be the case? You remove this prefix of perfectly elastic. You remove perfectly. What is remaining? Elastic. So this is gonna be your elastic. So EP greater than 1 is elastic. And EP less than 1 will be inelastic. You, in case of this one, you remove the prefix of perfectly inelastic, it will be inelastic. So this is inelastic. EP less than 1 is inelastic. I repeat, EP equals to 0 is perfectly inelastic. Opposite of this is EP equals to infinity. This is perfectly elastic. This is EP equals to 1, which is known as unitary elastic or unit elastic, and this is above 1, so this is EP greater than 1 is elastic demand, and this is below 1, so this is less than 1, this is inelastic demand. So let me explain separately 5 different demand curves. Okay friends, now let's start with say for example, let's start with EP equals to 0, perfectly inelastic. This one, which is parallel to y-axis. Let me copy this one and paste it across. This is EP equals to 0, which is perfectly inelastic. So let me explain perfectly inelastic first, where EP equals to 0. So I have copied this one, and pasted it across. So through my finger, this is gonna be your this thumb finger, okay, which is parallel to y-axis. Now, in the x-axis we have shown quantity demanded, in the y-axis we have shown price, okay. Now friends, check it across. This demand curve is vertical or parallel to y-axis. This is vertical or parallel to y-axis. It means what? We can put any of the points in the price side. This is in y-axis we are showing price, and x-axis we are showing quantity demanded. But in the quantity is fixed. We can't change quantity. Quantity is fixed. You can't take any point in the right side or left side of Q. So Q is fixed. That is quantity demanded is fixed. But we can take any of the prices. Say for example, here we have taken price 1. When price OP1, quantity demand is OQ. When price reduces from OP to OP1, the quantity remains the same, OQ. So in this particular case, what we are getting? We are getting price changes, but quantity demanded is fixed. I repeat, price changes, P is changing, but quantity is constant. Quantity is not changing. So in this particular case, what we can say? If price is changed, but quantity demanded remain constant. Quantity demanded is not changing, but price is changing. Or else we can say no change in quantity demanded. No change in quantity demanded in response to price change. So friends, it's very clear. In case of perfectly inelastic, EP equals to 0. DD is demand curve, which is vertical, or we can say this is parallel to y-axis, okay, where price changes but quantity demanded remain fixed. The example will be salt, life-saving drugs, where the price changes, but we need to buy that one. We need to buy that one irrespective of the price change. The quantity will be fixed in that particular case. For example, salt, life-saving drugs, as I have said. So this is clear, friends. Perfectly inelastic is EP equals to 0. Here prices changes, but quantity demanded doesn't change. It remains constant. And DD is the demand curve, DD demand curve, which is vertical or parallel to y-axis. Done. Now, let's now move to the opposite of EP equals to 0. That is EP equals to infinity, which is parallel to x-axis. Okay, friends. So let's copy this one. And paste it across over here. So DD is a demand curve which is parallel to horizontal axis. That is x-axis. Okay, friends. Now, in this case, this is our EP equals to infinity. EP equals to infinity, which is parallel to x-axis. Okay, friends. Now, here you check it across. What is happening? Just opposite of perfectly inelastic, we are having the cases. Now, in this particular case, what was the case? Price changes, quantity was fixed, quantity demanded was fixed, was unchanged. But in this particular case, you check it across, price is fixed, but quantity demanded changes, We can take several quantities, quantity 1, quantity 2, quantity 3, any of the quantities we can take it across, but price is fixed. You can't take any point above P or you can't take any point below P. So in this particular case, price is fixed, but quantity demanded changes. Okay, friends. So DD is a demand curve which is horizontal or parallel to x-axis. Okay. Now, then what we can say for perfectly elastic demand, that is EP equals to infinity. In case of EP equals to infinity, the quantity demanded changes and price remain constant. Quantity demanded changes and price remain constant, or we can say it refers to a situation where demand is infinite. EP equals to infinite. So demand is infinite at the prevailing price. So it means what? Price is at the prevailing price, the quantity demanded changes, but price is not changing. This is, friend, actually an imaginary situation and imaginary conditions. This is not practical actually. Okay, friends. So here we are not having any such examples like that. Okay. So perfectly elastic, I repeat, in this particular case, DD is parallel to x-axis. This is parallel to x-axis or horizontal axis. Okay, here price is constant, but quantity is infinite. The quantity changes, but price is constant, price is fixed. Okay friends, this is exactly opposite of EP equals to 0. In this particular case, price changes but quantity is fixed. In this particular case, price is constant but quantity changes. Now friends, EP equals to 1. So this one is EP equals to 1. So let's copy this one, EP equals to 1, and paste it across. Okay, paste it across. This is EP equals to 1. Now friends, we will discuss these three simultaneously, means equals to 1, greater than 1 and less than 1. All these three means unitary elastic, elastic demand, inelastic demand. All these three will do simultaneously. Okay friends, now let's start with EP equals to 1. Now EP equals to 1 is what? In this side we are measuring what? Quantity demanded. This side we are measuring what? Price. Now friends, if you check it across, the change in price is equal to change in quantity demanded. Means suppose the initial price was OP1, this was the initial price, and that particular time the quantity demanded is OQ1. Okay friends, OQ1. When price was OP1, quantity demanded was OQ1. Now price reduces from OP1 to OP2. Now price reduces from OP1 to OP2. Then what will happen? The quantity demanded will increase. So quantity demanded increases from OQ1 to OQ2. Okay friends? But the percentage change in price is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded. Means percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to percentage change in price. If the percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to change in percentage change in own price, is defined as unitary elastic. I repeat, if the percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to percentage change in price, we would consider that particular case, that DD demand curve is in unit elastic or unitary elastic. Friends, let's draw the picture. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. This axis we are showing quantity demanded, in y-axis we are showing price. Now, initially, as I said, OP was the initial price, and price changes from OP1 to OP2. Let's say, for example, in my scale, the measurement is 3 centimeter. Okay, the change in price is 3 centimeter. Okay, friends, the change in price is 3 centimeter. 3 centimeter prices reduces. So to make it equal, what will happen? The 3 centimeter of quantity demanded will equally increase. Okay, so 3 centimeter reduces price and 3 centimeter quantity increases. So change in price is equal to change in quantity demanded. So in that particular case, if change in price equals to change in quantity demanded, we will have the unit elastic or unitary elastic, where EP equals to 1. So DD is a demand curve which is EP equals to 1, and for examples like fans, lights, refrigerators, all the normal goods are coming under this unit elastic. Okay friends, now this DD demand curve or this EP equals to 1, the unit elastic, is also known as rectangular hyperbola. This is also known as rectangular hyperbola. Why? Because the area of the rectangle drawn below this curve, the area of the rectangle drawn below this curve represents the total expenditure, and the area of all rectangles will be always equal. It means what? Suppose if we draw any rectangle below this DD demand curve, suppose this point is A and this point is B. Okay, now when price is OP1, so what will, at that particular case, the rectangle area will be OP1AQ1. OP1AQ1. That area will be equal to the area OP2BQ2. So this area and this area is going to be equal. I repeat, why it is called rectangular hyperbola? Why unit elastic or unitary elastic is known as rectangular hyperbola? Because below this demand curve, below this DD demand curve, if we draw several rectangles, the area or the size of the rectangles will be same. So for that particular reason, we can say this demand curve or EP equals to rectangular hyperbola. Okay friends? So I repeat, for unit elastic or unitary elastic, change in quantity demanded is equals to change in percentage change in price. Change in quantity demanded is equal to change in price. Okay friends? So this is going to be your unit elastic. Now friends, just concentrate on Q2. The Q2 is game changer. Q2 is the quantity 2, measurement of quantity 2 is our game changing point. Q2, Q2 and Q2 for equals to 1, greater than 1 and less than 1 for these three cases. Why I am saying this one? Suppose Initially, you can take any of the, in the price section, you can put any of the point in price. So that is gonna be your price 1. I have taken here. In that particular case, quantity Q1 you need to take it across in respect of price 1. Anywhere you can put it across. I have taken this point. So joining P1, Q1, we are getting price 1 and quantity 1. Even you can take anywhere price 2. You can increase price 2 or you can take a decrease 1. So I have decreased the price from OP1 to OP2. Anywhere we can take P2. But while putting across quantity 2, while incorporating quantity 2, you need to remember the change in price is this much. In our example is 3 centimeter. Here I have also only considered the 3 centimeter only to put it across quantity 2. I haven't taken any point right side of this or left side of this. I have taken exactly to make the percentage change in quantity demanded to equal to percentage change in price. I have taken quantity 2 exactly in this particular point. So Q2 is defining and playing the main role in this particular 3 cases. Let me explain the next one, so it will be clear now. Friends, let me take EP greater than 1, this one, elastic, EP greater than 1, this one, okay friends? Now, let me copy this one, EP greater than 1, okay? I have copied this, can you see this? Yeah, EP greater than 1, so I have pasted across over here. Elastic demand, EP greater than 1. What I have written, if the percentage change in quantity demanded is more than percentage change in own price, that is, change in quantity demanded is more than change in price, obviously, because this is greater than 1. The greater than 1 means to make it greater than 1, to make it more elastic, what you need to do? The change in quantity is more than change in price. In our example, change in price was 3 centimeter, here also 3 centimeter change in price. So we need to take Q2, the game changer one, Q2, any point more than 3 centimeter, okay? More than 3 centimeter. If I take this point 3 centimeter, if I join this will gonna be our rectangular hyperbola or EP equals to 1. So I need to take more than this point. I need to take more than this point, means I need to take any point right side of this particular point. So I have taken here as well, okay? You can take here also, you can take here also, anywhere but right side of this point, okay? So this is, see, this is almost from here, it's almost 7 centimeters. So more than 3 centimeter I need to consider. So I have considered more than 3 centimeters. So change in price is less than change in quantity demanded, or change in quantity demanded is greater than change in price. So now by joining these 2 points, we'll get DD demand curve. So DD demand curve is our elastic demand. See, this is flatter demand curve. This DD demand curve is flatter demand curve. So when EP is greater than 1, DD, we are having DD is flatter demand curve. Okay. Now for the luxury items like costly cars, costly air conditions, or any other luxury commodities is coming under this elastic demand. So friends, in this particular case, what is happening? The game changer Q2 I need to take more than this point. Okay. So to make it what? To make it change in quantity more than change in price. So if the percentage change in quantity demanded is more than percentage change in price, we are having elastic demand, and that particular case DD is flatter, okay, flatter demand curve. Now friends, take the last one, that is EP less than 1, okay. We have inelastic demand. It is inelastic demand. So let me copy this one. I have copied this, okay. Can you see this? Yeah. So I have pasted it across over here. So inelastic demand. This is what? Inelastic demand. Inelastic demand, that is EP less than 1. In this particular case, what is happening? Percentage change in quantity demanded. Percentage change in quantity demanded is less than percentage change in price. Percentage change in quantity demanded is less than percentage change in price. So let me focus on Q2, the game changer one, Q2. Okay, now percentage change in price is what? Over here is 3. The change in price is 3. And if change in price is 3, then it would have been this point, okay? So I need to take any point less than or below this point, okay, below this point, to make it quantity demanded less than change in price. So I need to take any point less than this. So I need to take the left hand side of this point, any point left hand side of this point. So I have taken here quantity 2. So this quantity 2 defining the change in quantity demanded is less than change in price. Here the change in price is 3, change in quantity is almost 1.5 centimeter. So half of that. So change in quantity is less than change in price. So when the percentage change in quantity demanded is less than percentage change in price, or we can say percentage change in price is greater than percentage change in quantity demanded, we are having inelastic demand. I repeat, percentage change in quantity demanded is less than percentage change in price is inelastic demand. In this particular case, check it across. DD is the demand curve. DD is the demand curve which is steeper demand curve. We can say inelastic demand curve, that is DD demand curve, is steeper demand curve. For the necessary commodities like food, fuel, there is petrol, diesel. So these are the necessary commodities. For the necessary commodities, we are having inelastic demand, EP less than 1. So friends, let's have a quick revision of today's session. Now, they are having 5 degrees or 5 types of price elasticity. Now, EP equals to 0. This is known as perfectly inelastic, which is parallel to y-axis. Opposite of this is known as perfectly elastic, which is EP equals to infinity and parallel to x-axis. Okay. Now, middle one is EP equals to 1, which is known as unitary elastic. This one is above 1, so it is EP greater than 1, which is known as elastic. This one is less than or below 1, so it is EP less than 1, which is known as inelastic demand. Okay, friends. Now, let's start with perfectly inelastic EP equals to 0. So copy this one and pasting it across over here. Now, perfectly inelastic EP equals to 0. In this particular case, what is happening? DD demand curve is vertical or parallel to y-axis. Okay. Now, in this particular case, price changes but quantity remain constant. Examples are salt, life-saving drugs, etc. Okay. Now, perfectly elastic, opposite of this one. This one is EP equals to infinity. So copying this one and pasting it across. Okay. Now, DD is demand curve which is horizontal or parallel to x-axis. Okay, friends. In this particular case, what is happening? Price is constant, but quantity changes. Quantity is infinite. This is a situation of an imaginary condition, imaginary situation. This particular case, EP equals to infinity. Now, the balance that we are having 3. EP equals to 1, EP greater than 1, EP less than 1. EP equals to 1 is unitary elastic, EP greater than 1 is elastic demand, EP less than 1 is inelastic demand. These 3 cases, main role is playing by Q2. Q2 is playing the main role. Okay, friends. Now, unitary elastics, EP equals to 1. In this particular case, percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to percentage change in price. DD is a demand curve which is also known as rectangular hyperbola. Okay, for normal goods we are having the unitary elastic. Why is it known as rectangular hyperbola? Because below this DD demand curve, if we draw several rectangles, the area will be same for all the rectangles. Okay, friends. Now, EP greater than 1, which is known as elastic demand. In this particular case, percentage change in quantity demanded is more than percentage change in price. DD demand curve, and this DD demand curve is flatter demand curve, and for the luxury commodities we are having elastic demand, that is EP greater than 1. Okay, friends. Now, the last one. Inelastic demand curve, EP less than 1. In this particular case, what is happening? Percentage change in quantity demanded is less than percentage change in price. Okay, DD is demand curve which is steeper demand curve, and for the necessary commodities we are having inelastic demand curve. So friends, I think I have covered the price elasticity of demand. Okay, friends, this is all about today's video. Hope you guys liked it. If you guys find this worthwhile and helpful, then do share with your friends. If you have any queries or suggestions, then do write me in the comment sections. I will be more than happy to answer them. Thanks for watching, friends. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye, and all the very best.